What is up, guys? Bladed Angel here, and today we're going to be using, of course, the freaking Mustang, and we're going to be doing some Mustang things. We're going to set out to be the Mustangiest Mustang of Mustangs, and I'm going to become the most Mustangy of a Mustang driver that I could ever Mustang. And if you couldn't already tell, you're going to be sick of the word Mustang by the end of this video. Or you probably won't, because that's real. At this point, everyone on this channel is used to this dumb garbage. It's not dumb, it's the most beautiful thing ever. No Mustang waifu chan today, because the Mustang is my waifu, obviously. I said that multiple times, you guys already know it. I'll find a reason to use anime girls some other time. There will still be cute grills on this channel. But anyways, let's get the screw you Corvette. No, we got a Mustang someone. Oh, the Viper, damn, you got, no, he's a bit intimidating. He's got 2 more cylinders than me. Y'all suck. And fuck you, camera. I don't even have epilepsy, by the way, but those things annoy the crap out of me, and I'm so sorry that, like, I would edit all of them out, but it'd be too hard because it would ruin the flow of my narration, because I think cutting the video would be even more abrupt. So if you don't like flashing lights, I'm just gonna say don't watch my Most Wanted series. Like, I'm sorry, because every video is gonna have it. So don't worry, I've got other games on this channel that I'm gonna play. Like A Hat in Time, by the way, is a series that, so while you guys are watching my Most Wanted series, I'm also playing A Hat in Time. It's a good, oh my god, it's such a good platforming game. So look forward to some of that. You know, I'm doing some platforming stuff aside from racing games all the time, but it's such a good game. But today I'm feeling happier, you know, not as salty about this game. But god, I just can't believe that it's 3 simple things that's from Burnout Paradise. See, reused assets. I can't not. It does bother me, but you know what, whatever. I'm gonna stop mentioning that just because I feel like that's gonna be annoying as shit for you guys as the viewers. But 3 things is what's holding this game back from being a good game, because right now it's a medium game. It's not garbage. If it sounded like I hate this game in the last video, I don't necessarily. Oh look, we're close to the Veyron. That's really good, actually. We're not going to equip either of these. We don't need any of them. But no, like, I don't hate this game, and I also don't love it. And I feel like I could. I feel like with those 3 fixes, and not just me, I feel like so many people would love this game. The off-roading in this game is pretty okay, not gonna lie. Like, I really wish they had more off-road segments. Speaking of which, am I on off-road tires? No, I'm not. Okay, now we're on off-road tires, because I was on track tires, and those don't do very well off-road. And like I mentioned last video, you can literally just change your equipment mid-race. I still think that's really cool. I love that feature, actually, a lot. And that's one of the reasons why I say my feelings for this game are medium, because it does do things right. It does do some things right, and that's one of the things it does right. Whether that's unintentional or intentional, I love the crap out of that. I think it's really funny how you can change equipment mid-race. It's tactical too. Like, in all of the pursuits, whenever you're running away from the cops, whenever you change paths, switching tires is so freaking cool, and switching nitrous setups too, and switching anything. You can switch from a lightweight chassis once you finally build some distance and want to enter cooldown and just get away from them. If they catch up to you again and you're getting in fights, you can switch to a stronger chassis and tank their hits. Like, that's just so, there's a lot of there's so much cool gameplay and that's like, I love games that let you do that, because it adds a whole layer of depth, or teching, as I should say. That reminds me a lot of, like, fighting games even. And whenever racing games have stuff like that, it's so cool. And like I said, it's unrealistic as crap, but for an arcade game, I think that's such an underexplored feature. The feature to change stuff mid-race, like, that's just cool. To me, that's cool. So like I said, Mustangs make me happy, so I'm in a better mood this video. But as for this game, yeah, I'm getting used to it now. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and beat it, or the main, but don't expect to see this game ever again. I'm probably gonna go back to playing some Payback, I guess. I know I rag on Payback all the time, but so Payback's gameplay, not gonna lie, like, compared to this game especially, because the physics in this game are worse than Need for Speed 2010. The Hot Pursuit is way better, but gosh, like, Need for Speed, like, the drifting in this game does feel a little like Payback, but Payback is still cleaner. Oh my gosh, I was too focused in commentary. But Payback, like, I took a lot for granted in the sense that, like, gameplay wise, that game is butter smooth. Everything controls the way I'd expect it to, and that really deserves some credit. I just hate I hate the upgrading system. Like, I love the upgrading system in this game. Like, and I hear Need for Speed 2015 has an even better one, so I'm probably gonna buy that and play some of that on this channel, because if Need for Speed Payback had a proper upgrading system, that would have been my favorite racing game of this year. Not even kidding, because I think that, like, this game has 3 things holding it back, but which is understandable. Like, as developers, you may not be. It's possible to overlook 3 things. because it's very stressful job. There's a lot of things, like I said, I used to be in computer graphics technology. I know how game design works. Like, it can be very, like, oh my god, almost head on collision there, but it's a very stressful industry sometimes, so I can see how they can possibly overlook 3 things. But for one thing being upgrading, that's the only thing holding back Need for Speed Payback, that one thing. If it had a good upgrading system, and you know they did it on purpose too, they ruined the upgrading on purpose for cash grabbing sake, so that's the saltiest feeling ever, is when you know a game ruins the opportunity to be a good game purely for the sake of cash grabbing. But yeah, that's the only thing. Like, if it had a better upgrading system, I would love Need for Speed Payback, and I would play it way more. But nope, it doesn't. What's really funny is that this game has like these really padded out intro cutscenes to all the races that you do, and I feel like a lot of editing was put into it, but let's be real, everyone just skips that. Like, I feel like they should have just, whoever was part of that department, they should have just not bothered and just made those guys help with developing the game into a playable game, because not many people play racing games for cutscenes. Ah, the Porsche. That car is that cute little goddamn piece of garbage is such a meme in the Need for Speed games, because that car is so good in almost every game, and even in this game it drives pretty well. Not sure if I'll make a video about it though. I just don't like using German cars, I'm sorry. Like, for some reason I was never really a JD. I'm not, what the fuck am I saying? Anyways, what I was gonna say is I love JDM and I love muscle and I love tuners and all that. Not really a fan of European cars. I don't know why. And the European cars that I do like the most are Porsche, so the fact that I sometimes don't even like them is kind of just, you know, it shows how iffy. And I wonder why my grip isn't that great. It's because I'm still on off-road tires, and now we're on, there we go, now we're on better tires, and we can immediately, so you can actually feel the difference between tires, and I think it's really cool. I still think it's, god, I love that. I'm sorry if I gush too much about that, but that's probably because it's like one of the only redeeming features in this game. That's why I'm so excited for it. Whoa, this was a short race, but no, anyways, yeah, god, it's so cool that you can do that you can just change equipment mid-race. We're not doing much Mustang, and I feel a little disappointed because this is the easiest game to do Mustang things in, because wrecking people is so easy in this game. But another thing, I guess another gripe I have about pursuits is you aren't incentivized to wreck cops, because the more you wreck them, the higher your heat goes up, and the longer you'll get stuck in their pursuit. So if you want to just have fun and have like a GTA like moment where you're just constantly destroying as many cops as possible, you can go ahead and waste like an hour of your life doing that. But obviously, like I said, I've only played this game for like 3 hours now, and I'm almost done with it, because I'm not wasting a single bit of time with anything. So much so that I've learned I've just learned that you can just shut your engine off to avoid them, because I'm that like dead set on just beating this game as efficiently as possible. Except right now I'm just cruising about. Let's actually use the Ford GT this video, because I really want to use it, and I don't think I should make a separate video about it, because I don't want to torture you guys. I want to make as few videos of this game as possible until I can get to the end. And I feel like this is the video to use the Ford GT in, because I used the Mustang. And this car I have fully upgraded. I have almost fully upgraded. I don't have Burn Nitrous Pro yet. I really feel like I should. Oh boy, look at all this red. Isn't that edgy as hell? Speaking of edgy, I'm red myself. Let's go, mofos. But okay, here comes the Mustang. So I'm not even in a Mustang anymore, but now we're gonna Mustang things. Oh boy, the Mustang. We've already taken two people down. Make that 3? 3, boys. Yeah, you thought I was Ford GT, but I was Mustang. Yes, that was a JoJo's reference. You thought I was Mustang all along, but it was me, GT. This is so backwards. I'm using the Ford GT to Mustang, because I feel like in the Mustang races, so if you couldn't tell, I was walking all over the AI. Like, I was completely beating them the fuck out. Like, they couldn't keep up with me, so it was just in my best interest to just overtake them. And it wasn't even a matter of overtaking them. Like, I think I just passed them all like within seconds, so I just didn't really, and then just circle jerked all by myself in first place. You know, that's more or less what happened. But now we've taken down so many people, so now we're really Mustanging things now. Oh boy, here come the popos. And okay, so in races, you can hit as many cops as you want, because once the race is over, your heat level I think it just defaults to 1 anyways. So it doesn't matter. Get out of my way, boy. Don't make me Mustang you now that you can take the driver out of the Mustang, but you will never take the Mustang out of the driver. I've said that 3 times now on this channel, but I don't give a fuck. I will say it till the end of time, boys. No matter what car I am. This is a Ford. It has Mustang DNA in it. Get fucked, McLaren. Where do you think you're going, biatch? No, come on, get Mustang, nerd. Fuck. I completely missed that hit. Where'd they go? Okay, they're behind me. Anyways, another thing I don't like about this game, okay, you're probably like, Bladed, where we really hear that phrase from you a lot now, and sorry, that's literally good. So okay, to be fair, I love Hat in Time. So once that game comes, once I start uploading videos of that game, you're gonna hear the exact opposite. You're gonna hear me gushing about how good of a game is, because this game, but I'm gonna constantly gush about how much I fucking hate it, but. Just kidding, I don't hate it, but you know what I mean. Another thing I dislike about it was, ooh, we're blue, by the way. Blue's a good color. But another thing I dislike is, why are the DLC, so whenever you're jacking cars or you're looking for them around in the open world, they put DLC cars. Like, that means that the car is in the game. Like, it's literally in the asset, it's in the game. It's like one of those, but it's DLC. Like, it's one of those stereotypical moments where you buy a CD and all the data that is on the game is on the game, like, including the DLC. They just drip feed it to you. Like, they lock some of it behind a paywall. And that's so shitty. Like, I'm okay with DLC when it's brand new. Like, it's not part of the vanilla game. Like, it's actually something that the developers include as an add-on. Like, something that genuinely is an add-on. But in this game, like, there's an airport too, and when you try to go to it, you just literally run into an invisible wall made of X's, and it just is like, nope, and then a paywall comes up. It's like, oh, and by the way, if you want to go to the airport, you need to pay some money, and it's just, it's annoying. Like, I get they do that for business purposes, but like I said, I don't like it because the fact that the cars show up means that they're already in the game. So just give me the car, or you know, or don't tease me with it then. At least trick me into thinking that I need to buy the DLC. But just because of that, I'm not gonna buy the DLC. Like, fuck you, Most Wine. I'm not giving you more than $20. The deluxe edition is more than the game is worth. The deluxe DLC, I should say, the add-on pack. It's $30 for all the DLC in the pack. So if you buy them separately, it's like $45. It's stupid. And the game itself is only $20. Like, that's pretty fucking ridiculous. I'm not paying more for DLC for the goddamn game itself. That makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. But we're just gonna finish this off. We did a lot of Mustang things this race, and we're gonna still Mustang some things because we need to run from the cops after this race is over. Alright, cops, are you ready for the Mustangiest of Mustangs? It's not even a Mustang. Of course you are. It's for GT time, motherfuckers. Oh, we're only on heat level 2. This won't take... Yeah, we're already on cooldown, so we were just gonna go ahead and just watch that bar fall down and hope no cop from the oncoming lane comes. There is one, speak of the devil, but I'm just gonna fucking go here and just... pull a GTA moment, hide under. You guys know this strat. Anyone who plays GTA 5 knows this strat, when you just go to an underground location and just sit until the heat is. This is such a good color. This is a beautiful car. Like, oh, I so badly want to save up money to buy the Ford GT. They have it. So SLC, the company that makes the SLC RCR. No, SLC actually is like a separate division now. So SLC stands for Super Light Coupe or Super Light Cars now because they're a company. They make a 2005 Ford GT replica, and you guys are probably like, Bladed, replica cars are kind of lame. I want to buy one because you can put a Coyote engine in it, and it would only cost like it would cost around 100 grand to get the whole build done. And that's cheaper than buying one of these nowadays. These are like 400 grand nowadays. It's fucking ridiculous. Brand new, they were like, what, 180 grand? Like, they appreciated so much. Like, in my opinion, like, and the thing is, let's talk about replicas, so let's actually drive around for a bit. So, when it comes to the replicas, just before this video ends, I kind of want to have this discussion with you guys. I hate collectors as much as I respect them in their hobby. One of the things that does bug me personally is I believe cars are meant to be driven, and the main reason I love cars is I love making memories with them, and I love driving them, and I love taking them places, because that's the point of a car. They're meant to go places, they're meant to drive, and not sit on a shelf and collect dust. And I know for collectors, they love keeping it pretty, and it's a whole hobby to itself. You know, it's a lot of hard work to constantly restore a car, keep it pretty, and make sure it's in the best condition possible, and part of that means not driving it. Having said that though, I kind of want a replica Ford GT, so if you don't know, look up SLC GTR if you're curious about the car I'm talking about. So look up SLC GTR, that's their 2005 Ford GT replica. It's a wide body kit, by the way. It looks nice, I actually like it. It looks just like a 2005 Ford GT, and to me, that's perfect. Like, I can drive that car to the ground. Like, I don't have to care about it depreciating or anything like that. And we're right behind a cop, that's funny, but I don't need to care about that car depreciating or any of that garbage, because I can literally buy that car, you know, assemble the kit, throw in a Coyote engine or something, because obviously I'm going to put a Ford V8 in it, supercharge it just like how the original one's supercharged, call it a day. You know, it'll probably make like 600 horsepower, and just drive that car everywhere, you know, take it on road trips, visit the United States, even see you guys possibly do like YouTube meetups, and take it to YouTube Project Car Challenges. Like, I can really do what I want with it, and it saddens me knowing that people are gonna get, well, like, the one thing stopping me from buying, like, I do want an SLC, but I would rather have the SLC GTR more because I love the Ford GT, and I love the heritage behind it, and I feel like driving a replica has historical value sometimes. For example, almost every Shelby Cobra you see on the road, so the Shelby Cobras in this game, if you don't know what it is, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it out. Wow, this is a lot longer than I thought it would be. You know what, I'm gonna keep going because I want to keep this discussion with you guys, but we're just going to go ahead and jump to it just so for people who don't know what it is. So the Shelby Cobra, if you don't know, whenever you see one of these on the road, especially in America, I even see them in Indiana sometimes, maybe like one or two of them a month. And this car, most of the times, it's a replica. It's from Factory 5 most of the times. Factory 5 makes a ton of these. And no one cares. Like, no one says, oh my gosh, you have a replica, you don't have the original, you're such a fucking phony fraud. Like, no one says that. Because, like, whenever you have a replica Lamborghini or Ferrari, people give you so much shit. But when you have a replica Cobra, people are okay with it. Because this car is, like, what, from 1960s? Like, it's an old car. It's so old. And not many people bought them when they first came out. So if you do have an original example, it's like not even worth driving because it's going to depreciate like hell. But it's such a driver's car. Like, it's such a tiny car, big engine, lots of power. It's meant to be driven. So how do you solve that problem? You know, you make a replica, of course. You make a replica of it. And it's for historical value because this car has so much historical value behind it that it deserves to still be on the road to this day. And obviously the original cars, like the original Cobras, can't be on the road because the people who own that car don't want to drive it. But how do you solve that problem? Make replicas and make people want to buy those replicas and drive those replicas all over and keep the legacy alive, essentially. It keeps the historical value alive. And I'm not going to buy here's the truth, like, I'll end the video on this note. I'm not going to buy 400 grand to buy a Ford GT just so I can put it on in some fucking garage, let it collect dust, and circle jerk to it every now and then. Like, that's what I feel like what some rich people do, is they just collect things so they can fucking have a private circle jerk collection. Like, I want to drive it, so and I can't afford a 400 grand car, so if I can spend a quarter of that price and build a replica that looks just like it, performs just like it, if not better, and more modern, and has better chassis and suspension tuning even, and drive that car to the ground for the sake of historical value of carrying on the legacy of the Ford GT, I consider that worth it. And people may hate me for it, but that personally is one of the struggling decisions I'm coming to terms with in choosing kit cars, because I've since kind of, that's another discussion. I'll talk about why I don't want the Vader anymore, but that's for another video. Other than that, yeah, this video dragged on a lot longer than I thought it would, but thanks for watching, and if you love daily uploads of racing games and other various games, make sure to subscribe. As always, see y'all next time, and Bladed Angel out.